Have I discovered a new Polkadot gem? With a lot of focus going onto Binance Smart Chain and various other ecosystems that are concentrating on speedy transactions, DEXs in the DeFi space, are we actually missing out on some of the gems that are out there that are going to make massive gains later on that you wish you had seen earlier in the process? That is what you are going to learn in today's congregation, in today's crypto mass. Here with me, Suppoman, the head of Suppotology, the #1 crypto church. So we are going to be looking at a Polkadot gem. We're also going to be looking at your suggestions, NFTs, DeFi cryptocurrencies, whatever you can throw at the Suppoman. So if you are ready to go with that, make sure that you smash a like on this video if you want to hear more content like this, more undiscovered gems like this. Smash that like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet so that you can make sure you are around when the Suppoman that's been around the cryptocurrency market for 4 years, he can spot a gem. He is the hit factory of cryptocurrency. Smash that subscribe button if you want to be part of that hit factory and hit the notification bell so that you can be assured to get the most up-to-date cryptocurrency knowledge. And speaking of which, let us now go to see what is happening with Bitcoin. Let me just make sure that I am actually, yes I am. Good to see people in the house. So we have got John, Placebo Gazebo again, Jeffrey, Mbata Virus, Lindsay, Inia Glasson, again, Mahanad's here, William Pham, Sky No Limit, Johnny Bacco, Conrad, Ross, DeFi Man, Nathan, Patrick Stock, Noreen Anderson, Global Photographer, Glenbert, Yassine, Bitcoin, Mike Freeman. Good to see you. Actually, let me make sure that I do the thing that I like to do, which is to share on Twitter in case people didn't get the notification, which is very, very likely. Because YouTube just like to do this to me. They like to challenge me, and they like to make me run for my audience. So there we are. I am doing what you ask, YouTube. I am doing what is often done in centralized, which is everybody has to comply or die. Anyway, there we are. It is out on Twitter. So let's have a look and see what's going on in the market right now. So currently, Bitcoin is just hovering above $48,000. The price of Bitcoin was in this broadening wedge here. But unfortunately, it was hitting it too many times and bang, eventually it broke down from it. Now, there were two kind of support levels. This one's gone all skew with. That should be more up here. But it's gone through two support levels. And now the last support level it went through is now resisting the price going above it. So we are stuck between the support level here, this one coming down right here, which was previously resistance, now it's support. So now we are at this level, but Bitcoin's looking relatively weak at this point. But something that isn't looking weak at the moment is altcoins. So altcoin season is still at 63. Now, what is going on with Bitcoin? I personally think it's dollar cost selling. Potentially this is, what's their names? F2 pool. All right. So I don't know how well you can see it. I'm trying to, yeah, I don't think I can show you any better than this, but essentially the amount of Bitcoin outflowing, it's not quite as high as it was here, but it is kind of incrementally increasing. But I do think that they're dollar cost selling. I don't think that they're making, I think they're kind of respecting trend lines in a way. But I think that yeah, that's potentially the reason. But in any event, Bitcoin's looking relatively weak, but altcoins are not, right? So that leaves us in a very good position to talk about altcoins. So let's now go to coin market of the cap variety. And by the way, if there are any super chats, if you do ask anything, then make sure that I will make sure that I do answer it. I will answer it. Okay, I will answer it. The Suppoman is poised. So anyway, so let's have a look and see what is doing well, what's doing not so well. So Chile's Chiliz is the best performer in the top 100, and Chiliz is essentially a NFT project, one that looks, well, it's got Binance Labs behind them. ZK Swap in the top 100, 37% increase. Get in. Hedera Hashgraph, nearly 16 cents. That's fantastic. Uniswap, nearly $30. Theta Fuel, 14 cents. Stacks, Theta, Dapper Lab, well, Flow. And let's see what's not doing so well today. So, Phantom, NEM, a Voyager token, who has lost Shingo Levine, who was their chief technical officer for Voyager. Once they got bought, Ethos got bought out by Voyager, he then stepped back into CTO, and now he has just gone altogether. Polygon, PancakeSwap, Curve, Basic Attention Token, all falling quite dramatically. Let's have a look and see what is doing well and what maybe not doing so well in my list. So let's go to the microcap DeFi plays, because this is where we can potentially spot some opportunities to buy at dips. So Anarchy is number 1 here. Perlin is number 2. Excellent. That's great work. Digital continues its growth magnificently. Being an NFT platform, I completely expected it, but Anarchy actually fell quite a lot. Actually, went from about 8 cents, went to about 15 cents, and then tanked back to about 8 cents. So that deserved to go up, and I think in this market of NFT plays, it is very much going up. Let's see what's not doing so well. Buried Data. Oh wow, that has tanked. That's tanked dramatically, 32%. It's a shame for them. I never got into Berry, and I think the big reason why is because I called my jets for the next opportunity. FastSwap down, EasyFi down. EasyFi was like $25. It went up hugely, and it's retraced to what I would say is a healthy level. Fractal, ZeroSwap, Ramp, Linear down 9%, but doesn't seem to have lost a lot. Staffy $3, DeFi Wizard $7.72. Right, so that is how things are going in the market at the moment. So let's have a look at any of your questions. And also, if you're not going to super chat, but you are going to ask a question, should I see it, please try and make it something that has a little bit of substance to it. Don't just say BSC pad, because that just pees me off. Because what about BSC pad? Is it a scam? Is it a good time to buy? What can you tell me about it? Like, just tell me, right? But don't. Right, Deus Finance just launched 500 synthetic stocks and futures on XDAI, 20 million market cap. Take a look, still under the radar. I did actually have a look at Deus Finance the other day. And the reason why I was kind of not interested in it is because it had a very, very low volume at the time, but that has since massively changed. It was around about 10x less than this. Look, 358% increase in volume for Deus. So let's just have a look and remind ourselves of what this is. So, Deus, next generation asset tokenization. Transpose any digitally variable asset securely onto the blockchain. Deus lets you trade real-world assets and derivatives like stocks, commodities directly on the Ethereum blockchain. It's Oracle verified, algorithmically backed, DAO governed. Sounds good, doesn't it? This is probably the reason why I was looking into bringing this on the other day, but it didn't look as if the project married up with the volume. 43 million. Seriously, 43 million value locked. I don't know what the market cap is, because it says the fully diluted market cap is 12.6 million. It certainly looks Let me just go. Wait, this is all time. Highest was 828, 705. It was 517 days ago. So, yeah, so it's gone up a bit. It looks like it's quite good, actually. Like, it looks like it looks weak compared to, I'm not slagging off somebody that would be in my mastermind group, but somebody from my mastermind group essentially was, once upon a time, a beginner in cryptocurrency, took my course, is in my mastermind group, and is the person that built this. So therefore, I'm slightly hesitant to put it in like the same region as something like Linear or Shadows. And they have no investors, from what I can see here. Like, this seems purely a shot in the dark. So I think that sometimes you can be lucky. You know, like the other day, this was 10x less, and that was pretty consistent. And then today, bang, it goes right up. So it seems a bit inconsistent. That's why I wasn't willing to bring it. But sometimes you can get lucky. There can be a good stroke of luck, and bang, it all of a sudden has value on a day particularly. But will it carry on going up is really the question. Sky no limit. APOyield. New Binance yield low cap. Thoughts? APO. Yeah, there it is. Sold. Shares are incidentally the same ticker as Phantasma. Well, it's got 620,000 volume. How long has this been out? It's new, apparently. So there probably isn't much price data to go with. In fact, it doesn't look like there's any. So let's have a look, because it's Binance. So I want to take this seriously. If this is one of those, crappy yield farms, I'm not interested. If it's like a Viking-esque yield farm, which it looks like it is, essentially. Yeah, it looks exactly the same, just different layout, right? But still, you could still get a rug pull. So I find these things a bit of a risk. Have they actually been audited? Let's have a look. Telegram group 3,200. I hope they haven't made it too. Roadmap. Is there anything here? Launch 15th. Website launch 16th. Tenant farm. Yada, yada, yada. Nothing about audits. Nothing about audits. This code has not been audited. But Bell Finance said the same thing. You got to do your due diligence on this. I personally wouldn't get involved. What is APR 4,900 for the hodl? Sol seems like it's the currency. I don't know what the hodl bit is. But anyway, yeah. So it looks like it's got astronomical APIs. Risky. So that's what I would say, risky. Yeah, it seems to have some volume today. It'll probably be dead in a couple of weeks. Do you think NDX will rise again? I do think NDX will rise again, yes. I think that it had an explosive start, with me covering it from $4, and then another YouTuber covering it from $9 made it explode, and then I think people were in a hurry to take their gains. But I think it will have a good comeback. Hi Suppo, DeFi NFTs are the big driving force behind this bull run. What do you see as the next driving narrative in the next bull run? I initially thought privacy identity, but feel it needs to be something sexier to catch fire. I think that whatever it is, it'll be something that has a mass market appeal. We get closer and closer, right? Essentially, with DeFi, that is it's one step on from decentralization. So decentralization is essentially being free from centralized control, and a lot of the projects have reflected that. Then DeFi came along, which is essentially allowing you to be your own bank, i.e. not just a custodian of your money, but also having bank-esque services. Let me just go on to a more generic background. So basically it allows you to be your own bank, having access to traditional finance services. Then NFTs. Now this is more mass market. You've got Logan Paul, Gary Vaynerchuk. What's the other guy's name? What's the Banksy? You've got all of these various artists. You've also got Elon Musk's wife selling her audios as NFTs. And these are just, as you can kind of see a general pattern of becoming more and more mass market focused. So I would imagine the next thing will probably be micropayments platforms, because that will be the bridge between the crypto or decentralized world and actual payment, actually paying for goods in the real world. I think micropayments is going to be I think kind of like Libra and what Libra did, the Facebook project or whatever, which never really ended up coming to fruition. But I think that is really the next step. I think we're getting more and more into an understanding, right? For the people are coming over the bridge now with NFTs. There are people that are getting to understand the value of digital assets and what have you, digital collectibles, digital items. And it's only a matter of time before there's the bridge that allows people to pay for things as well. Possibly privacy will be a backdrop, and I think identity will be another thing, because it will give a source for the micropayments. Okay, so identity means you are going onto one of these decentralized platforms, you have an identity, and that will be where your money flows from your wallet or whatever you hold. It will take your holdings and pay for things. So I think identity and privacy will be part and parcel of micropayments. I think that will come next. But there could be all sorts of things. Insurance is another thing which is coming about, which is protection of assets. Like, let's think about what has happened since 2017, which I imagine a lot of you have been around since around about that time. 2017, there was no such thing as insurance. The scams were rife. Hacks were rife. The hackers that are available today, nothing compared to what was back in 2017. There was way more hacking or scam activity back then. And, insurance has only recently started coming out, but it's such a big thing. So, I think that on-ramps, payments, and insurance are big trends coming up. DForce, is it still worth holding on to as it has been down lately? I have never heard of DForce, so I couldn't tell you. DForce, let's have a look. Look at DDS. I will look at DDS and then I will move on to the next one and then get back to the super chats afterwards. So let's have a quick look at DDS. 2.7 million volume, 38 million market cap. Looks like it's not terrible. By the way, people, 285 people of you, not that many likes. So please, if you could, and I will join you, if you could just simply but effectively tap that like button. It takes very little time, but honestly, it makes such a gargantuan difference for me. Anyway, so DForce, let's have a look at this. An integrated, interoperable, open finance and monetary protocol matrix covering asset trading and lending. Quite possibly the biggest, most gobbledygooky kind of sentence I've ever seen. I don't know how many syllables are in that sentence, but far too many. Total assets, 88 million. Total trade volume, 7.9 million. Does that mean what's been locked up or what? Let's have a look. Probably try and connect to... So overall, this looks like it's trading and lending. Although it looks pretty crap, like the lending rates. Synthetic stable coin assets. So they are also trying to create a form of synthetic asset exchange. Investors, Huobi, CMB. DeFi integrations, Yearn, Band, Flamingo. This doesn't seem awful. I guess that's the reason why it is, what? 38 million. Let's just have a gander at how long this has been around. July. And its biggest peak was $1.02. So I would say that this, I mean, it still has relevance, don't get me wrong, and it had good investors, but I think that it's possibly not quite as sexy as it was. Right, okay, people, I am going to move on now to a potential Polkadot gem. All right? Now, this is not necessarily DeFi, but so what? At the end of the day, not every project is DeFi. However, it's got a DeFi element to it. But what I will say is that this, I had never heard of it until I looked through the most recent parachains. Now, if you are not aware of what a parachain is, a parachain essentially enables load balancing of whatever blockchain the project is on. So they will load balance to a parachain, which will do a lot of the work. But it also allows for a blockchain to connect with another blockchain. So it's a pretty amazing technology introduced by Polkadot. Now, if you are aware of the relationship between Polkadot and Kusama, Kusama is essentially the testnet of Polkadot. And Rococo is essentially the parachain testnet of Polkadot's parachains, right? So we have already got some people, some projects that are on the parachains. And some of them will be projects that you're aware are incredible. Kilt, for instance, Plasm, Akala, and Darwinia, and Fala. Right? These are huge projects in the Polkadot ecosystem. Absolutely massive. Right? And these are thriving and have been thriving for, well, Akala isn't out yet, Plasma isn't out yet, but they are going to be moonshots. These two are going to be guaranteed moonshots. I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, they are going to be nearly $1 billion market caps, just these two. Fala, I also imagine, will as well. But one that I had never seen before, and I looked into, and I thought actually was quite incredible looking, is this one, Crust Network. Now, Crust is essentially a decentralized cloud storage solution, right? Now, I'm going to present to you a little bit more about this in a second to give you an understanding of what it is and why you should care. Now, if we were to look at some of the cryptocurrencies that have done incredibly well in cloud, then let me just show you. Let me show you, man. Filecoin. This is a $2.3 billion cloud storage, decentralized cloud storage solution. Right? Now, I'm not bringing Filecoin up willy-nilly. Right? I am telling you that having researched into Crust Network, there are massive similarities, huge similarities in the building of a decentralized internet. Right? They are so big, but the only difference is a whole 81x difference in price. Right? So Crust Network is actually rather a big deal. Now, they have already got a Kusama Parachain, right? So that means that for decentralized storage, the speed and low-cost nature of cloud storage is very important. And this is where the Parachain delivers magic. Because in order to be low-cost, it needs, and in order to be fast and low cost, it needs to be run on pretty spectacular technology. And a parachain is technology you don't really get in cryptocurrency. And the reason why People these Polkadot projects, these substrate projects, have to auction for it is because they are essentially putting their project into turbo mode by being a parachain. Like, you're special kind of being in the Polkadot ecosystem anyway, but once you become a parachain, you're almost like a superstar in the Polkadot ecosystem. Now, being on the Rococo testnet or Rococo parachains does not necessarily mean you're going to have a Polkadot parachain. However, you've got the biggest likelihood, right? You're already a contender because you're on the Kusama parachain, right? So anyway, so going back to Crust, right? So there are reasons why this may be something to get in right now. So bear with me just 2 seconds while I get up my slides. So, Crust Network. Crust Network is essentially Polkadot's Filecoin. Decentralized, basically creating a decentralized internet. Creating a place where files and photos and videos and all sorts are stored. Web pages, everything is stored on a decentralized cloud, right? So it's essentially a decentralized internet. So these are the founders. The decentralized cloud storage solutions, or the IPFS, is essentially the founding block of a fully decentralized internet, Web 3.0 in essence. So Crust Network is part of creating that whole ecosystem. And I'm going to show you how there is proof these guys are part of Web 3.0. So anyway, it's Polkadot's Filecoin, but 81x less the price, right? So anyway, carrying on. So they are an incentivized file storage solution, I suppose. What this means is they incentivize the nodes to keep the file storage system efficient and fast and effective, right? So it's the onus is on incentivizing file storage with the nodes. And that is through an incentivization process I'm going to show you. It's basically a proof of stake incentivization. So it's not only file storage, but it's also computing power. So using their massive amounts of network power is for computing as well. I think my PC, my laptop could genuinely benefit from that. So essentially it's low cost, it's fast, and it works with IPFS, which is the Interplanetary File Storage System. This means that you can access anything no matter where you are in the solar system. So you don't even have to be on Earth. So the IPFS is essentially a decentralized cloud, which in the present time is being developed by the guys, I can't remember what the name, something labs, but essentially it's so you can access information or store information anywhere on the solar system. So if you're in Mars or Pluto, whatever, okay, that time may be far ahead of us. But essentially, creating a decentralized cloud is the kind of thing I want you to take away from this. Now, why now? Why should you get into it now, right? Well, because they've just got their Rococo Parachain. Their mainnet is going to be launching any day soon. Okay, any day soon, their mainnet is going to be launching, probably within the next few weeks, I would say. And then a Polkadot Parachain is next on the agenda. Now, the Rococo Parachain gives it a hell of a lot of value, but because this is undiscovered, like, I've literally seen hardly any information about Crust Network out there, right? And I feel this is just this massive undiscovered gem. And everybody's been looking at other things like a cash network and things like that. That are nowhere near in the same league as Crust Network. So I feel like this is almost like a super hot woman that has been hidden in a house no one has been able to see, right? Or super hot man, all right? Let's not be sexist. So anyway, so it's a super hot person that no one has been able to see or discover, and then all of a sudden somebody opens the door and they're like, wow. And then they're like, you're a flipping supermodel. You need to go out there. We'll get you in magazines and all that. And as soon as the agents see them, it's like, Jesus, agents, I said. As soon as the agents see them, right, it's like modeling contract, film contract, magazines, you name it. That's what I see as this. Nobody's speaking about Crust Network. So therefore, it's got all this amazing technology. It's looking to achieve an incredible vision. And nobody knows. But now you know. Okay, now you know before anybody else does. You know, when they announce the Polkadot Parachains, you will already know about this. You'll be there and be able to front run the rise. So anyway, yeah, so timing-wise, although this is kind of at its all-time high, it also at the same time hasn't really achieved anything so far as visibility is concerned. So an all-time high is rather meaningless in the context of discovery. If this had been discovered by someone else and it had shot up through the roof, yeah, don't get into it. But nobody's really covered this. Anyway, so who backs them and who partners them? So NGC and AU21 are amongst the most well-known of their financial backers or investors. And then also Web3, right? Now, Web3 is the foundation that is funding the decentralized web. Okay, they are funding Polkadot, they're funding Kusama projects that are aiming to bring a decentralized web. And so therefore, Crust Network has recently got funding from the Web3 Foundation. They're also working with Phala, Plasm, Reef and Moonbeam. Plasm is going to be a moonshot. Plasm is essentially an ecosystem. It is going to be it's a scalability ecosystem, right? A lot like Polkadot itself. And Moonbeam, obviously, we've spoken about on my previous channel. That is also going to be a moonshot. So these are pretty amazing projects to be working with and working in partnership with in order to create this incredible ecosystem, this incredible decentralized internet. So partners and backers, pretty impressive in my personal opinion. So as it currently stands, it is a 29 million market cap, which makes it a low cap gem. It is 1.6 million supply and it's $18 price at the moment. It's currently 81x less than Filecoin. You could also compare this to Seacoin and Storj and Akash Network. This is the cheapest of the lot and in my personal opinion, the best of the lot. So there we are, people. That is Crust Network. So I want to get your guys' opinion on what you think of what has been discovered. Basically, I'm Christopher Columbus. And there's also this. This is the incentivized network. Now, it's currently in testnet, so their mainnet is coming very, very soon. And this is essentially how you are securing the network and helping the Crust Network achieve effectiveness. Right? So you are able to get a batch of this. This is still going to be going on. I don't know how much longer it's going to be going on. 35 days or something like that. But there is an ability to earn basically CSM, which is the Crust Storage Market token, which can be exchanged for CRU, which is essentially the Crust token. Right, so there we are. So yeah, so basically yes or no, I want to see what your opinion is on whether you think this is worth getting or at least worth eyeing up. Oh yeah, CoinGecko is not right. The right metrics is coin market cap. Yes. Ew. Yes, but expensive. Yes. I'd hit it. Crew is fantastic. Polkadot is going to go nuts. The ecosystem is unmatched with quality projects. Yes. Too expensive to get a big bag. Quite. I usually don't like Crust, but this Crust sounds delicious. Oh dear. Not bad. Etc. You got to remember, these guys have a Rococo testnet. Like, they got a Rococo Parachain. Like, saying it's expensive, it's like, are you joking? It's just got a fucking Parachain. Like, let's have a look at some of the other Parachain projects. Let me just bring it up. I can't really, because a lot of them aren't even. Let's have a look at Phala Network, for instance. Yeah, this was nearly 100 million market cap, you know, and if it's on about the same keel as Filecoin, then really it's cheap. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I wouldn't go all in on this. No, but I do think that this constitutes pretty high quality project. Oh, Harry's in the house. He's actually here right now. Right. Would you prefer Crust over Staffy? They're two different value propositions. I would get both. I wouldn't get one or t'other. Can you please start a polka? Well, actually, I think that's actually not a bad shout. I did start a list, but currently it's like there's hardly any to put on it. Let me just show you Prism. I'll bring you a more dedicated. Plasm. I'm going to bring you a more dedicated video on some of the upcoming projects on Polkadot, but let me show you Plasm. And you can actually, well, actually no, not right now. You can't, but you are able to earn Plasm through their what's it called? It's like a locking. It's like a locking period for the because these guys are in Rococo Parachain 2. So what you have to do when you are when you're taking part in one of the Polkadot Parachain auctions is that you have to have this locking up mode. Where the community essentially lock up DOT tokens in exchange for, I think it's PLM tokens or Plasm tokens, and then at the end of the auction period, they are able to get what they had staked in PLM tokens, right? So it's a really good incentive scheme that you can take part in, but their third lock period isn't happening yet. But Plasm looks insane. Make Web 3.0 scalable, faster, cheaper, interoperable, Ethereum-compatible smart contract platform on Polkadot. Plasm Network is a multi-virtual machines scalable smart contract platform on Polkadot, supporting cutting-edge layer 2 like rollups, optimism, etc. So this is a powerhouse. Essentially, it's a DApp builder. That can also that can make your DApp interoperable with Ethereum. It's got all of these various different partners in the Polkadot ecosystem. So yeah, this is going to be frigging massive in my opinion. I don't think it's going to be as big as Akala. What's the other ones? There's a few that are launching very, very shortly. And I can't remember their names. Karula, I want to say? Karura, which is going to be the Akala testnet. Akala is going to be another DeFi. It's going to be essentially a cross-chain DeFi hub ecosystem. Right, so it's going to be a DeFi ecosystem as opposed to just a generic DApp ecosystem. So Akala and Karura, which are going to be basically, Akala's like the main product, and a Karura is Akala's testnet, I suppose. That's going to be big. Plasm's going to be big, and Moonbeam's going to be huge. So anyway, but a lot of these have not launched yet, so I can't make much of a watch list. And there's quite a few Polkadot projects, but it doesn't necessarily mean all of them are good. Like, I would say that ones that definitely have Parachain are like superstars. Super, did you nab any Crust? I did, yes. Right, okay, so let me take some actually, just before I do that, I'm just going to show you my work in progress, which is this Polkadot Parachains, which at this present time literally has these three: Darwinia, Crust, and Fala. They look like the most likely. So, Mexico. But this has like 0 followers at the time. You'll probably never find this. Super, have you looked at UnFederal Reserve? Right, let me have a look. I have never looked at it. 20 million volume? Holy Christ almighty. Super, how do you evaluate the veracity? The veracity. Your middle market solution is a bank SaaS, something as a service, software as a solution, as a service, or so a company built on blockchain technology. Our banking products designed for small US Treasury chartered banks. I've seen one very similar to this actually. Create an account, participate today, qualified to access liquidity. It doesn't look very decentralized, does it? Like, it doesn't look decentralized when you've got a KYC process. I guess this is part of what happens when you are bridging CeFi and DeFi together. Oh, wow. My super chats are going like well fast now. I'm going to have to go onto my YouTube chat in a minute. Create safe harbor. Bear with me. Need to catch up with the chat, seeing as though my YouTube literally could not keep up. Needs Duracell batteries. Oh my god. My god. Go up. It won't go up. I can't actually go up anymore. Wow. Okay. Right. Okay. So, yeah, UnFederal Reserve looks actually quite good, but I don't think I could review it now because it looks quite big. So I'm going to put UnFederal Reserve on here and check it out another time because it does look actually very good. I like these kind of CDFI. KPMG, senior manager at one of the big 4 account firms. KPMG is one. I know this guy. Anyway, but it doesn't seem like you can see much in the way of partnerships. But yeah, no, that looks quite good. That looks pretty excellent, actually. And look at that. The volume is quite magnificent, to be fair. Hi, Suppo. Paint 2x today after you briefly spoke about it. Yes, well, Mural, as it stands, is basically an innovative way of getting an NFT. Essentially, it is a way of. Is it not on here? Oh, Paint. Yeah, it's actually it's a way of being able to instantly generate NFTs whilst at the same. Oh wow! Where'd that volume come from? This yesterday was 6 figures. That's insane. I'd love to say it was Team Suppo that was responsible for this, but that would be, I think, outside the boundaries of reasonableness. I think it was purely because of, yesterday was an NFT day. Yeah, yesterday and today, kind of. Right, okay, let's have a look at, and it's gone down 20%, but let's face it, like it's gone up 300. Right, let's have a look at indexed finance. D-Den was added to index last night. Take a look. Thank you very much, Lisa Marie. Right, okay. Oh, did you mean D-Gen? This was already on. Yeah, these 4 were already on last time we took a look at it. But either way, it's awesome. And I really like this. I do really like this. However, there's new projects coming up, so don't be despondent if, cryptocurrencies that you've invested in that were hot last month are suddenly slightly cool at the moment. Hey, what's up? Speaking about mass appeal, what do you think of Ecomi? Ecomi seems to be gaining more and more in relevance. A month ago when we spoke about it, it was basically like had a few thousand in trade volume. Yeah, had a few thousand in trade volume. It's since like 100x'd, so it's not worth getting into. And in my opinion, it's not really. Even though it's a low cap, it's not worth getting into. It's a Go Chain project. I have no idea why. I have no idea why this has got so much interest currently. This was really hot in 2018 when I was going to invest in it at seed stage, and that fell through. But it was really hot. Their current presentation, unless anything's changed, and it hasn't, their current presentation is utterly shit. But as I've said all throughout, this is a good speculative. It's good speculatively, but it has already 100x. So I don't know. I never got into it, unfortunately, and never will. Suppo, what would you invest in? Would you invest more in AVAX or Phantom right now as a credible alternative to Ethereum for DeFi? Probably Avalanche, in all honesty. It's more of an ecosystem. I think the background of Avalanche is quite huge. DDS, yes. Okay, Zek. I will check that out in a minute. Let's have a look. Now let me catch up with more recent super chats. Check SLP Small Love Potion. Okay. Let me check out DDS first. Okay, I've already checked out DDS like about 1 billion times. Like it's not going to change really, is it? Like the last time I looked at it, it had gone down in quality. CoinGecko. Yeah, it had gone down in quality. So, at the end of the day, it's something that is within your rights to make a speculative bet on. It's not something I would do a speculative bet on. It may be NFTs. There's better NFTs. Put it this way, I'm putting a lot into NFTs, but really quality ones. So yeah. And this, I wouldn't say was. Have they improved it, though, is the question. No, they haven't. It's still the same. It still looks shocking. I know this is being called out by quite a few, crypto Twitter shills that like their low-cap gems and have huge audiences. And I think that's a big reason why this is going up in price. But no one of quality is investing in this. Like, if you want a decent... If you want a decent project to invest in, then the best one is probably Terra Virtua Collect. That's one of them. This is a good one. This is quite new and not yet spiked. And that is Portion. And this is an NFT project as well. 8 million market cap, 1 million volume. It's increasing. It's very new. Not yet pumped. 18% isn't really a pump. And it's essentially an art. It's almost like this is almost like a. What is the name of that really well-known art gallery in the US? I want to say Savills or Selfridges, but it's neither of those. But it sounds like that. But anyway, yeah. But that is what this is. This is like Tate Modern, National Art Gallery. Essentially, this is a gallery of... this will be, a digital art gallery of people's works. I really like the look of this. I don't think this has got any... It doesn't seem to have any big backers behind it. But it certainly looks quite quality here. Decentralized marketplace, blockchain certificate, verify authenticity, track provenance, and prove ownership, identity, pseudo-anonymously manage blockchain certificates. I love that. I love that. Pseudo-anonymously. It's like if you have your own like ghost name. Proof of funds. Smart contract validates bidders have sufficient funds to ensure payment. Escrow services. Sellers keep 100% of the sales they make online. I think that's probably the main draw of NFT as it is. But this one's a good one. I wouldn't touch that dollar store shit. Personally. It may do well, but I think it's more likely to be luck at this point. So anyway, yeah, liking this one. Portion. And there's more. Chain Guardians is the one that I have gone on heavy in, though. Right. Oh, yes. Small Love Potion. Let me check these out, then. Small Love Potion. $5 million? 5 million, 13 million market cap. But what shall I say to him? Like, come on, hurry up. So anyway, going back to this. So 13 million market cap, so very small. 5 million trade volume. And how long has this been out? A brilliant website, partnership with Binance, Avon Maker, and the market cap is still small. Okay. They've been around a while, though. Binance Avon Maker. Right. Let's see what this looks like. It promises. I like the look of the website. A digital nation. Battle, collect, earn. They have a marketplace. 19,000 monthly users. Let me just have a look and see if this is on my whale app. I doubt it will be, but you never know. See if I can validate. No. See if I can validate this Binance partnership or Binance backing. No, it's not there. Let me just go down to the bottom. Partners. Okay. So strictly speaking, they're not backed by them. They're partnered with them. So it might be Binance Smart Chain that actually means. But anyway, what it looks like is that this is a NFT platform that is also a playable game, right? So you've got various characters in this. I don't know why they would call it Small Love Potion, because that literally is dumb as shit. But anyway, yeah, no, it does actually look very good. Let me just have a look at the marketplace. See if it looks any good. See if it lives up to the rest of the website. It's quite nice, actually. Probably better than Potion, I would say. Yeah, quite good, that. That looks excellent. Labs. When you say labs, do you mean the real estate thing? Because I wasn't keen on it. I was able to get into that pre-sale, but I wasn't that keen on it. It's basically tokenized real estate, which should be up my street. I think my son will love it. Crust or Plasm, easy. Sotheby's. Thank you very much, Placebo Gazebo. Sotheby's, absolutely. That's it. There is also Chrissy's, yeah. But yeah, Sotheby's was what I was thinking. What do you think of Reef Token Burn and Elrond partnership? I don't know a thing about it, but they're both pretty strong. Reef is very strong. It's quite possibly the most shelled coin I've ever seen. But yeah, Layered farming live on Goose DeFi. 1 egg, about $300. Nice, Purple Ripple. Good one. Okay, so let's take some questions. No need for super chattage. I'll just take some questions because I've got to go shortly. I think Reef's good, but it's too expensive. Wouldn't be interested in it. Circulating supply of Kylin is now 67 million. I think you only calculated the market cap with the available. Yes, I did. And I said this as well. Oxygen protocol coming this month. Yeah, very interested in that. It's going to be launched on. Let me just have a look. It is going to be launched on Bitmax, I think. Oxygen Bitmax. It's going to be launched as a auction. So I think it benefits one to have Bitmax tokens. And then trading's on the 16th. I'm really keen on this one. Yeah, I'm extremely keen on Oxygen. And the Oxygen token. Because without Oxygen, generally, I would die. But yeah, no, it's essentially a derivatives platform. Serum-based. No, Solana-based derivatives platform. Actually, let me just have a look at Goose Finance. Is it that one? GooseDeFi.com? I should know. Layered farming. So I'm not actually familiar with that concept. Next layer starts in 6 days, 20 hours, blah, 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 blah. 1 egg, about $300. 38 million. $56. This has gone down dramatically in value, hasn't it? Audit by Hacken too. Nice. Okay, it's not quite what I was looking for. But nay bother. Any other questions? Guild of Guardians. I'm quite far behind actually. Bear with me. Like the chat has moved on from what I've seen. Kylin, $1.5 good entry? No, not in my opinion. Moonbeam, what about it? Like, don't just say Moonbeam. Please ask a question. Sorry guys, I'm out again. Too busy life. No problem, Inia. Not a problem at all. Right. Super, what are your thoughts on Public Mint? Yeah, I think it looks good. I should have done that. Stuffy will be listed on Binance soon, yeah. I thought already listed on Binance. Super, which project are you eyeballing that's not out yet? A number of them. Chain Guardians, Happy. There's actually quite a few on Polkadot coming up. Really nice. Polkadot. No, not today. Ethernity is going to be a big one. This is an NFT platform that I've got. Let me just... NFT art for the digital generation. And this has got Spark Digital, Genesis Block, and Morningstar investors. Produces authenticated NFTs. working closely with leading figures from the blockchain, music, and entertainment worlds. So yeah, so this one's going to be big. Gotta be big. I've not seen blockchain cuties, but that sounds nice, doesn't it? Chain Guardian's going to be huge. And blank. What is this? Privacy one, isn't it? Really gotta go. Oin, yeah, I like UnFinance. I made a review on it just the other day. Reclaim privacy on your Ethereum transfers. Blank hides your financial data by mixing transfers with the pool of funds within Blank, ensuring that outward transfers remain anonymous. So, yeah, this looks like a really good privacy layer. A privacy payments layer, essentially. So, next Monero, potentially. I'm not in this, but I do think it's still going to be good. Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no Ayrton Senna. Right. Right, I better go now, people. Thank you for turning up to Mass today. I hope you had a nice dose, and I hope that you feel more informed today than you did an hour and a half ago. So I hope that you keep on attending Mass, people. Can I get an amen? Or a preach or amen in the chat. Right, people, love you all. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope that you got some coins, even though I may not have directly been presenting them. Through looking, you're able to see what's out there, and you can do your own due diligence, which it looked like people did yesterday, off some of my shouts. So anyway, yes, people, the body of coins. Amen. So, people, thank you very much for turning up. I've enjoyed being your crypto priest today. And I'll see you next time. It is lights out, all out.